Love Island USA Season 7 Episode 30 First Look just dropped, and before I talk about the first look, I just want to point out the fact that pretty much Sierra is not in the first look. We see 2 glimpses of Nick in the first look, but I guess we'll have to see because there is a recoupling tonight. There's also a vote tonight, so we'll see what happens with that. Starting from the top, we see Amaya and Zach having a conversation, and she says something about that book being thrown into the ocean. So I don't know if she's saying like they're starting anew or whatever the case might be. Y'all know how I feel about that. I feel like Zach noticed that she's America's sweetheart, so he's trying to stay on her good side, and I hope Amaya doesn't fall for it. We hear Brian pretty much say everything can change in an instant. Here's Elan showing his interest in Amaya. So Amaya is a hot topic tonight. Really, a lot of the first look is focused on Amaya for the most part. Here is Olandria, but she is talking to Zach, and Zach is saying he wants somebody to love him the way that he gives love out. Olandria says she's so open to that, you have no idea. Then someone gets a text message and everybody's surprised. Everybody's like, oh shoot. I'm assuming they're saying there's a recoupling. I wonder if it says that there's also going to be a dumping. Just because of the way the reactions are, it seems like they might know. And then we'll see, like in a second, Chris says to Huda that he is kind of concerned. She asks him why he's concerned, and then we don't hear a response. Here we see Brian saying to Amaya, like, you're being pulled 100 different ways. You're a popular girl. Amaya's like, her head is in scrambles because, you know, she talks about Elan and she says that Elan's a gentleman. Zach is a handsome guy. And then Brian is like the only guy who has stood up for her. I'm pretty sure she's going to choose Brian. I don't see why she wouldn't choose Brian, but I guess we'll have to see. Here we see Amaya again saying that the guys essentially should be nervous. Ariana comes in with that look. And here go all the guys waiting for the recoupling. So the women are going to get to choose who they want to couple up with. My guess is that obviously Taylor and Clark. I bet Iris will pick Pepe. I bet Olandria will pick Zach. I bet Elan doesn't get chosen. It's going to be Chris and Huda, Ace and Shelly. We know that. I think it'll be Brian and Amaya. And then Nick, if Sierra's still there, then obviously she will pick Nick. But in the beginning of this video, I said there were a couple places that we see Nick. So we see Nick right here, and then we see him at the recoupling, and that's it. There's a vote after tonight's episode, so I guess after the recoupling, we'll get to see who the new couples are, and then I'm sure we'll get to vote on our favorite couple or whatever it ends up being. But at this point, we should have been getting rid of couples, but, you know, this is the last week of Love Island USA Season 7. I guess now we're starting to get rid of couples. I guess we're not seeing the Hideaway. You know, we saw the Hideaway like the second day, the second episode. We haven't seen it again. Like I said earlier, the families and friends are going to come visiting this week. We're still talking about movie night. Do we even get a movie night? I have a feeling we may not, which is ridiculous because that's one of the most looked forward to episodes out of Love Island. So that'll be really disappointing if we don't see that one day this week. I hope this isn't another like filler episode, but I have a feeling that it might be. Don't forget to join me tonight on Twitch at 8:30 p.m. Eastern to watch the episode. See you guys later.